Feeding animals might seem cute and fun, but did you know this habit can actually lead to disaster? Today, we're going to talk about 5 animals you should never feed carelessly, because they can turn into dangerous creatures that threaten lives.
Huh? But food is like the best thing ever. Bella loves eating, especially that pizza last night. Yum, yum.
Bella, if animals get used to being fed by humans, they can become aggressive, sometimes even deadly. Don't joke around with this. But before we start, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, or Bella's going bald.
Eek! No, don't let me go bald and ugly. Please, friends, subscribe now to save me. I'll give you my sweetest smile in return.
Hey, focus, Bella. Now it's time to talk about the animals you should never feed.
Okay, Bella is ready.
First, dogs. The first animal is dogs. Yep, man's best friend can actually become super dangerous if they get used to being fed the wrong way.
What? But dogs are cute, loyal, gentle, and I love eating with them.
That's true if the dog is still tame and trained. But if dogs get used to being fed by humans, especially in packs, they can turn aggressive, especially if they're hungry or feel threatened.
So, if they're hungry and we don't feed them, they might attack?
Exactly. There was a case in Batam, Indonesia. A man named Andre Lemboga was killed by 7 of his own dogs. Since they were used to being fed whenever they were hungry, when Andre came home, they actually attacked their own owner.
OMG, did they think the human was like food too?
Possibly. Dogs have hunting instincts, and if they're used to getting food straight from humans with no boundaries, they lose their fear, and that's dangerous.
Oh no! I might have to think twice before sharing my sausage with a dog now.
That's why it's super important not to feed dogs randomly, especially ones you don't know or ones that live in large packs.
Got it! In that case, I'll just give my cake to you instead. Much safer.
That's probably for the best, but not too much. Unlike you, I'm not obsessed with sweets.
Ugh, rude. Fine. You're not getting any then. Bye.
Second, pigs. The next animal you should never feed carelessly is pigs.
What? Pigs look so chill, cute, and they love lying around while eating. I actually want to keep one as a pet.
Don't be fooled by the way they look, Bella. Pigs are omnivores. They eat everything, including meat, even human meat.
Ew, wait, do they like chicken-flavored muffins too? But seriously, they can eat humans?
Yes, and it's happened before. In the U.S., a farmer named Terry Vance Garner was found dead in his pig pen after feeding them. His body was almost completely eaten by the pigs.
Oh my god, so the pigs ate their own owner?
Yup, and that's not the only case. When pigs get hungry, they can be extremely aggressive, and they're super strong too.
So all this time, I totally misjudged them? They're not just lazy eaters and sleepers.
Exactly. That's why it's dangerous to train pigs to depend on human food. It can trigger their wild instincts.
Noted. From now on, no more muffins for pigs. I'll just eat them myself.
Third, Nile Crocodile. Now we're on to the third animal you should never feed, especially not carelessly, the Nile Crocodile.
Huh? A crocodile? But I feel like it's safe if you feed them from far away. Like at the zoo.
Don't be fooled, Bella. Nile crocodiles are one of the deadliest predators in the world. They can grow over 16 feet long, and their jaws have an insane bite force. Once they lock on, it's almost impossible to escape.
16 feet? That's longer than like 3 mattresses put together.
Exactly. And here's what makes them even scarier. They're smart. They can remember human habits, so if they're regularly fed or if people throw leftovers into the river, these crocs will keep coming back. They learn, oh hey, this spot always has food.
Yikes! So it's like their favorite restaurant or something?
Precisely. At first it might seem harmless, but if it continues, they'll start seeing humans not just as the food givers, but as the actual food.
Ew! So we become the main course?
That's right. And this isn't just theory, Bella. Hundreds of people in Africa fall victim to Nile crocodile attacks every year, just from getting too close to the river to bathe, fetch water, or throw trash. These crocs stay hidden in the water, completely still, and then suddenly, bam! They ambush from below. You don't even get the chance to scream.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. Don't tell me this has actually happened.
It happens often, which is why it's super important not to feed wild animals, especially predators. Even if our intentions are good, these animals can turn deadly in an instant.
Wah! I want a house far, far away from rivers. Please, besties, just don't feed them.
Fourth, wild monkeys. Now let's talk about the fourth animal you should never feed: wild monkeys.
What? But monkeys are so cute. They can be funny, clap their hands, even dance. I want to give them bananas.
And that's exactly the problem, Bella. Too many people think like you, and as a result, wild monkeys become bold and aggressive, especially in tourist areas. They're used to getting food from people, so they lose their fear and start demanding food.
Demanding? What do you mean?
At first, they'll wait for someone to feed them, but over time, they'll start walking up to people, even snatching food right from their hands. And if you don't give it to them, they might bite you.
What? Bite me? But I'm cute. How could they?
Monkeys don't care how cute you are, Bella. They only care about food. And what's worse is, they can spread diseases like rabies or herpes B virus. Even a small bite or scratch can be a big problem.
Ew, so monkeys are like zombie carriers?
Okay, not exactly zombies, but yeah, they're still dangerous. And many tourists don't realize this. They think it's just a funny little monkey asking for snacks, but they can get really mean if you don't give them what they want.
So, if I bring a pack of chocolate biscuits and a monkey shows up, I should run?
You should keep your distance. Don't tease them. Don't try to play with them, and definitely don't feed them. The more they get used to human food, the more they'll invade neighborhoods, even sneak into people's houses.
Oh no, then they might steal all my favorite snacks.
Fifth, African buffalo. And finally, the last animal you should never feed is the African buffalo.
Huh? Buffalo? Don't they just chill out and eat grass?
Don't be fooled by how they look, Bella. African buffalo might seem calm, but they are one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. Every year, around 200 people die from being gored or attacked by them.
200? That's like an entire small village.
Exactly. And what makes it even worse, many of those attacks happen because people got the buffalo used to being fed. When they start wandering into villages or farms looking for food, they'll attack anyone if they feel disturbed or even just cranky.
So, feeding them makes them come back?
Yep, like other wild animals. Buffalo can remember where they've been fed before, and once they see that area as their territory, anyone who walks by might be seen as a threat.
But how do they attack? Do they have sharp teeth?
They don't need sharp teeth. All they need is their huge curved horns, a body as heavy as a small car, and massive strength. They can charge at people, launch them into the air, and even trample them repeatedly.
What? That's brutal and terrifying.
And buffalo aren't scared of humans either. Some even turn around and attack if you try to run away. Once they feel threatened, they go full-on rage mode.
OMG! I'd rather just play in the pool alone or ride a paddle duck boat than deal with that.
So there you have it. 5 animals you should never feed. From dogs that can turn on their own owners to African buffaloes that charge without mercy. Sometimes our good intentions can actually bring danger closer.
Yeah, from now on, Bella promises to only feed herself. Wild animals are so scary when they're hungry.
So what do you think? Which animal freaked you out the most? Let us know in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our awesome videos.
Bye, bestie! Bella's off to eat strawberry pudding now. Oh, and don't forget to watch our other videos or else Bella might just bite you. See you in the next one. Mwah!